Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Pencil to Paper. Now, this channel isn't only for and about writers. We'll be exploring all kinds of creativity here. How does inspiration turn into ideas? And how do ideas turn into real new things and experiences? Well, sometimes ideas and inspiration travel from here, through here, and end up here, but not always. And the creative journey itself is wonderful. Some of us tell ourselves that we're not the creative type. Well, here's the story of an old friend of mine who might seem like a really unlikely artist. Frank Lucas has been an actor and director on the Northern Ohio theater scene for decades. He's also a rabid sports fan. Okay, there are plenty of those in the theater, but how many of them almost became professional hockey players? I meet up with Frank every summer when he comes up to Chicago to visit with family. And this August, I sat down with him and we talked about his journey, beginning with his passions. Sports has always been a big influence on your life, right? You used to play hockey. Did theater come before hockey or after?
Kind of during. You know, the high school stuff, I was playing peewees and juniors and junior A. And then when I went off to college, the hockey subsided for a little while. And my freshman year, I managed to land the lead of the boy in the Fantastics. You know, but I was still playing hockey during that time. When I went on to Kent State, I played for the Kent State hockey team. They had a hockey club. And then I kind of finished out my hockey days in 1971, 72. I got hurt, which helped make the decision easier, you know, but I just really realized that the theater was what I wanted to do.
As big a deal as hockey is to Frank, he has an even greater sports passion, an addiction. Some might say a disorder. We just got back from a Chicago Cubs game at Wrigley Field. You're a Chicago Cubs fan, aren't you? A lifelong Cubs fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back to the days of Ernie Banks and Billy Williams.
Growing up in the South Side, in Chicago White Sox territory, how'd that work out for you?
Oh, my family hated me. They were huge White Sox fans. I mean, they were just huge White Sox fans. I took the train to the Cubs games, and it really used to aggravate the heck out of them when I would get on the train right in front of old Comiskey Park and take it to Wrigley Field. Yeah.
So to play bleacher bums at Brattenall Playhouse.
Yeah. The guy that wrote it, Joe Mantegna, was he was one of the founders of the Organic Theater on the North Side. And when it became available, I read it and I went, oh, I have to do this. When we had Brattenall Playhouse, I said, we have to do this.
The passion of the baseball fan and the actor-director.
I knew all those characters because I had seen them all with all the years I spent at Wrigley Field. So I mean, you know, I knew them.
That was about the middle of Brattenall Playhouse's run, wasn't it?
I think we did Bleacher Bums in '86, and the last production was 1990. Joe Gary directed a production of A Walk in the Woods with David Fraser and I.
My next question might seem a little odd, but I wanted to set the stage for A Walk in the Woods. Now, you worked for the government for a while, didn't you? Around the time of the Vietnam War?
Oh, I wouldn't call working.
But you did.
I was basically a courier, you know. I had no idea what I was carrying. I didn't want to know what I was carrying.
Real cloak and dagger stuff.
It got me a deferment, you know, and it allowed me to go to college. I mean, had I been drafted, of course I would have gone.
The man played hockey, basically full contact soccer on ice, with weapons. He says he would have gone if called. I believe him. A Walk in the Woods by Lee Blessing is a drama about two diplomats, a veteran Soviet and a rookie American, who meet unofficially during tense arms negotiations at the height of the Cold War. It was the last production at Brattenall Playhouse. On our next episode, Frank Lucas takes us from a sunny day at the ballpark, through a walk in the woods, and onto a famous old battlefield. What brought you from Chicago to Cleveland to the Alamo?
Walt Disney. The first Davy Crockett movie. Fell in love with that story.
Who's your favorite unlikely artistic type? Do sports inspire you somehow? Leave your comments below. And if you like this episode, please subscribe for more. Oh, and click the like button. And share with your friends. You can also follow me, Marty Ropelt, on Facebook and other social media once I get the hang of it. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.